The kingdom of heaven is available to all, but while everyone is invited, few of us are worthy to stay. In today's gospel, Jesus tells an exasperating parable where he likens the kingdom of heaven to a large, lavish wedding feast given by a king to celebrate his beloved son. Now, who would turn down a warm invitation to their most generous friend's home for great food, fine wine, perhaps music and laughter? It sounds like good, clean fun to me, but the king tries 3 times to get guests to come to this wonderful celebration. The first time, he sends out his servants to invite his friends, and lo and behold, they don't even RSVP. The second time, he sends out another set of servants with an invitation which includes a descriptive detail of all the coming attractions, of how wonderful it would be. But alas, some ignored the servants and went back to work or went away. Other servants were killed for just simply sharing the message and the invitation. Wow. How often, I thought as I read this reading, do we ignore the invitation to attend Mass, that wonderful celebration, either online or in person, or even put work or other activities above attending? So back to the parable. Not to be discouraged, though, the feast was about to begin, and the king decided to try for the 3rd time. He asked his servants to just grab anybody who's out on the street. He didn't care whether they were good or bad people. He just wanted them to be there. So as the feast began, though, people were coming in to the feast, and the king spotted his friend who was not properly dressed to attend the wedding feast. It showed a lack of respect for the host and for, of course, the celebrated son. What a sinful way to be, to show that lack of humility. The person just didn't recognize that he was in the presence of divinity and didn't recognize the ultimate importance of God the Father and his beloved Son. Not only that, it showed a respect for himself and for everybody else who was attending the party. At first, I thought, wow, why would a guy who is being pulled off the street at the last minute to attend a wedding feast going to be dressed to attend? And I thought a little deeper and thought, well, maybe Jesus wants to remind us that we always need to be prepared, dressed in tuxedos of righteousness and maybe cocktail dresses of faith, love, and obedience, ready at any time to respond to his call to come. I see Mass as a dress rehearsal for the kingdom of heaven. So how many times do we put our own desires and worldly tasks and work activities above God's invitation to attend, whether online or in person? Are we always dressed for this most special occasion in our hearts? And how often are we invited but do not come? So today I challenge you to be ready always, because as the scripture says, many are invited, but few are chosen.